BeSt now. He's gonna have to bring probes off the line just to distract while he gets more cannons up. When I say no more cannons, I mean only one more Oh! High Templar popping out of the gateway at just the wrong moment. Sorry, High Templar, that was not the time to be born. And he was able to get sniped, so that was absolutely critical there. Nice. Kwanro going back in for one more hit. Oh, Hydra's coming in the back door as well. Kwanro may take this game after all. BeSt is not out of it yet. He's still got 4 gateways pumping here. He hasn't lost too many probes at this point, but he does not have enough forces coming out here. He's going to have a lot of forces coming out of those 4 gateways. I think the 4 zealots or whatever he has coming out might be able to, enough to drive this off. But in the meantime, he has lost a lot of stuff, and Kwanro is the type of player that he does not, once he has you, he does not let you go. You know, once he's got his jaws around your throat, he just shakes and shakes and shakes. It looks like he might get driven off here. He may decide not to go all in on this attack now that BeSt has pumped out some troops. He knows that 4 more zealots are coming out of those gateways as we speak, or possibly Templar. So he might not press this in. Unfortunately, he has a pretty bad angle here going up the middle, trying to get the lowest possible route, the shortest possible route for his units. But in the meantime, they're a little bit bunched up there. They're not able to be quite as mobile. Running in with a few more Hydralisks here, and he's just, I think he's just losing too many Hydralisks at this point. I think Kwanro needs to fall back and just take it a little bit slower because he's losing a lot of Hydralisks. He's keeping the pressure up, but he's critically getting... He's not accomplishing anything major at this point. He was before. Oh, Mutalisks out. Mutalisks are out for Kwanro. I didn't even see the Spire go down. They didn't show the Spire. Mutalisks out for Kwanro. He has switched tech in the meantime. Oh my goodness, this could be horrible for BeSt. He does not have anything to deal with these. He's got 1 Archon coming out, but Kwanro is very good micro. He's going to be able to dance around. The Archon does come out. Kwanro attacking with Hydralisks at the front. Mutalisks going for the probes as well. He needs to be careful he doesn't get hit by that Archon, but he can just dance around that Archon. Oh, Archon getting a hit or 2 there on the Mutalisks. But at this point, I think this is Kwanro's game. He's gonna be able to. He's just got too much mobility. BeSt is just too much on the back foot here. He's making a desperate last-ditch attack. He's got his speed upgrade and his +1 weapons probably as well. So he's going to make a last-ditch attack, but Kwanro critically doesn't have anything in his main base here. He may be able to macro up enough troops to deal with this counterattack, but I'm not sure. Hydra's being spawned here. Oh no! And Kwanro critically lost track of his Mutalisks during this counterattack, and they were getting killed off by an Archon. BeSt may come back in this after all. Things not looking good for Kwanro at this point. This counterattack doing a lot of damage. Critically, he hasn't killed off a lot of drones or anything yet, so Kwanro might be able to come back in this if he can macro up here pretty well. But he's not. Man, Kwanro is just not managing this very well at all. He lost his forces in BeSt's main base. He basically just completely ignored them, trying to save his main base. It looks like, and yeah. So we'll have to see if Kwanro can come back from this. Obviously, he's that drone delivering its minerals before dying, at least. But it looks like he has held this off. But now he's going to have to deal with some Archons here. He's going to have to put out a lot of Hydralisks to deal with those Archons. And BeSt now pumping out a lot of High Templar as well. I don't think this looks good for Kwanro at all, actually, because he is very, very vulnerable. He doesn't have a lot of troops. He's going to need a lot of Hydralisks to deal with just those 3 Archons alone. And he just doesn't have the hatcheries, I don't think, at this point to pump out enough troops. More Mutalisks persisting there. He runs one he's separating his Mutalisks out, and that's good, but BeSt going for the group, separating his Mutalisks out even more. Good job on his part. He's able to get some damage done with those Mutalisks. Takes out 1 Archon finally, but he loses a lot of troops to those Archons before taking that one out. And BeSt now trying to expand again. Man, for a second there, I thought Kwanro was really going to take this, but I think he just overextended himself, just throwing away Hydralisks, throwing them away against Zealots, and not accomplishing enough. I mean, that's one of the things about StarCraft is you have to... Sometimes, even when your base is getting killed, you have to hold back. You have to hold back because, you know, if you throw in your troops piecemeal, if you throw in just a handful at a time as they spawn, then they're just going to get slaughtered. You need to hold back, and even if you sacrifice an entire base, you need to hold your troops back until you have enough troops to deal with the enemy army, because otherwise, well, we just saw what happens. You lose your Hydralisks too much, and if he'd saved up all those Hydralisks and mounted them outside of BeSt's base while BeSt was desperately mounting his Zealots and what have you in that earlier attack, then he would have been able to go in with those Mutalisks and, you know, 3 dozen Hydralisks instead of, you know, just a handful of Hydralisks to accompany. And so Yeah, it would have been a lot better. Now it looks like Kwanro is probably going to lose this game after all. A lot of forces in his main base. He's not mining from that mineral only. Doesn't look like he's mining from his top left base either, and BeSt is just all up in his base right now. Things not looking good. I really feel bad for Kwanro. I was really hoping that he could somehow take out BeSt and move on in the tournament. I really wanted to see him accomplish some great things. I kind of, oh no, the conga line running through a meat grinder. Um, all those drones running right in between those Archons getting slaughtered. Kwanro doesn't have any drones left. I mean, not literally, but he does not have any drones left. And now he's forced to GG. Man, so well done by BeSt. I think that I'm really feel bad for Kwanro. Basically, I think that he needs a little more experience, and then he'll be able to take more advantage of situations like that. But yeah, going a little bit too overzealous, and BeSt took care of him because of it. I hope you guys enjoy that. Thanks for listening.